Hello, guys. Welcome to the Beginner Crochet Series by CroFur. Now, let's begin the first lesson. In this lesson, we will learn about yarn types, crochet hook sizes, how to match them, and the basic stitch in crochet, the chain stitch. Using the chain stitch, we will create a bracelet. For crochet, the two essential things are the yarn and the crochet hook. Before we dive into crochet stitches, let's first get to know these two key things. First, let's talk about yarn. On the screen, we have 7 types of yarn displayed. In fact, there is a wide variety of yarns available on the market, offering endless options. Here, we will introduce some of the most commonly used yarns. Starting with the top row. The first type is cotton, which is 100% cotton yarn. This yarn is very soft, comes in a variety of colors, and is suitable for crocheting small items. The second and third types are hollow cotton and cotton linen blend. These yarns are stiffer and are therefore ideal for making bags or projects that need to hold their shape. The fourth type of yarn is chunky wool yarn, which is very soft. It's perfect for making wearable items like scarves, gloves, and clothes. The yarns in the top row are great for beginners because they are moderately thick, making it easier to see the stitches clearly. This also helps with counting stitches while crocheting. The yarns in the bottom row, on the other hand, are less suitable for beginners. Some are too thin, while others are fuzzy, making it harder to see the stitches clearly. In this beginner series, we will primarily use the yarns from the top row for the first few lessons. Starting from lesson 7, we will gradually introduce the special yarns in the bottom row to let you experience their unique features. Next, let's talk about crochet hooks. The primary difference between hooks lies in their size. For example, this is a 6.0 millimeters hook, the largest one in this collection. On the other hand, the smallest is a 1.5 millimeters hook. The size of the hook you use depends on the thickness of the yarn. To determine if a hook is suitable for a specific yarn, the easiest way is to test it. For instance, using a 1.5 millimeters hook with this yarn might result in the yarn not fully fitting onto the hook, making it harder to work with. Switching to a 2.0 millimeters hook, you will notice that the yarn fits much better. This indicates that the 2.0 millimeters hook is a good match for the yarn. Alternatively, you can try a 2.5 millimeters hook, which also works well with the yarn. Deciding between a 2.0 or 2.5 millimeters hook ultimately comes down to personal preference, as both sizes are compatible with this yarn. In this lesson, we will be using 100% cotton yarn, which is beginner-friendly due to its softness and ease of use. Once you have the yarn, the first step is to locate its starting end. You can either pull the yarn from the outer side of the skein or reach inside to find the inner end. Pulling from the outer side is straightforward, but may cause the skein to roll around while crocheting, which can become inconvenient. On the other hand, pulling from the center might initially bring out a tangle of yarn, but allows for smoother crocheting as the yarn comes out from the middle. When using yarn, begin by holding the yarn tail. Wrap it around your pinky finger, loop it, and then guide it over your index finger. Hold the yarn with your thumb and middle finger, while using your pinky and ring finger to control the tension. Make sure the yarn stays taut, as loose yarn won't allow you to crochet properly. Once you've got a good grip, we can begin creating the foundation chain. To begin the foundation chain, place the hook under the yarn. Grab the yarn and pull it back through to the other side. Then use your thumb and ring finger to hold it in place. Next, guide the hook under the yarn, loop it over, and pull it through the loop on the hook. Release the yarn, and you will have created a loop on the hook. This is the starting loop. Now, we will teach you the first stitch in crochet, which is the most basic one, the chain stitch. To make a chain stitch, position the hook under the yarn. Wrap the yarn over the hook and pull it through the loop. That completes one chain stitch. Let's repeat the process so you can see it again. Position the yarn under the hook. Wrap it around and pull it through the loop. Now, you've completed 2 chain stitches. Let's take a closer look at the structure of a chain stitch. Each chain is made of 2 parts. The front 2 strands forming a V shape, and a single strand on the back. The 2 front strands are called the braid of the chain. While the single back strand is called the inside ridge. Well, let's keep going. To crochet the bracelet, we will need to make 40 chain stitches. While crocheting, adjust the position of your thumb and middle finger in real time according to the position of the crochet. It's recommended to keep it for stitches away from the latest stitch. I've now completed 40 chain stitches. Next, we'll finish off the chain. Pull the loop larger and cut the yarn with scissors. After cutting, pull the tail through the loop to secure it tightly. This completes one strand. We need a total of 3 strands for the bracelet. So repeat the same process to make 2 more. Once all 3 strands are ready, we will braid them together. To start, tie a knot at one end of the 3 strands to secure them. Fix the knotted end onto the table, using a clip to hold it steady. Now, we will braid the strands into a 3-strand braid. Begin by taking the yellow strand and crossing it over the orange strand to the middle. Then take the red strand and cross it over the yellow strand. Next, cross the orange strand over the red strand, and so on, alternating the strands until the braid is complete. Once finished, tie a knot at the other end to secure the braid. Finally, tie a slip knot at both ends of the braid. If you've left the yarn tails a little bit longer, you can shape the final slip knot into a bow for added decoration. Congratulations! You've just completed your very first crochet project. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This is just the first lesson of our 10-part Beginner Crochet Series. In the upcoming 9 lessons, you'll master a new crochet stitch in each class. Step by step, we'll help you build a strong foundation and guide you into the wonderful world of crochet with ease.